much higher.
So I don't do a lot like I used to. I mean, I still make sure I like go get my nails done or, you know, something like that, or make time to get my hair done, or just, you know, just to stay sane. I mean, if there was one or maybe even two, but when there's three, it makes it really hard to do, you know, a lot of stuff. I don't think you really get used to it, you know what I mean? You just do it because you know you have to. So I guess if that's getting used to it, then I just got used to it right in the beginning because I had to. These three were taken out of the home that they were in and placed in another foster home. They pulled them out of that home and they called me on an emergency and said, we know you only do respite, but can you know, please take them just for like 2 weeks. And then they never left. Well, right before they came here, I lost my mom and my sister. So actually, they were therapeutic for me with that loss. I mean, because I didn't have time to, you know, get upset about it, grieve about it. They came and I just had to, you know, start moving on. So I think that was a blessing that they came to me at that time. Callie wasn't with them yet. She wasn't born yet. So it was just Anna and Halen. And both of them, you could tell they looked like they had a lot of, you know, medical issues, and they were very behind on everything, on even the way they ate. Like Anna ate like somebody made her eat out of a dog bowl or something. Like she would get down to her bowl and would put it on the floor and try to eat out of it, and so we don't know what was going on with that. And then Callie, the mom had Callie, and then they sent Callie here. She was first, she was addicted to heroin as a baby because the mom did it while she was pregnant with her, and so I had to give her methadone. She would have withdrawals and shake really bad and scream and cry, and so she had to take methadone for the first, it was like 2 months. They were sent home for a little while. They gave her a chance. We helped her get the house and get a car and all that stuff. And she was calling me the whole time, and I would have to come get them. She couldn't handle it, and so I would come get them, and then I would have to take them back to her. You know how when bad things happen or whatever, you kind of shut them out after you know, you don't want to think about them. Because it was hard seeing the way she was. And then I had to have them around her, and I would be trying to, like, I still felt like I needed to protect them, but yet she's mom. Once they had the stability, you know, of being here for a while, and knowing that nobody here was going to harm them and they were safe, and then they all just completely changed. And then all their personalities came out, like, so much more. Helen, the oldest, she's very serious. I think she got a lot of her, you know, your very important years, you know, from 0 to 3 or whatever it is. She got a lot of that taken away from her. So she's never really acts like a kid. But she loves to, like, she's really sweet though. She loves to dance. She asks to do chores. Anna is, we said that she probably lived a past life in Woodstock because she's like the hippie kid. And when she dances, she just kind of dances all out of rhythm and in her own little world. And she loves flowers and, you know, animals and butterflies. And Callie is the boss. That's what everybody says about her. She bosses them around. She takes over everything that's going on, and they do what she wants to do. She's really funny. We adopted just December of last year.
So I was 12 when she first brought them home, and it was like a lot going on in the house when they first came, and it was like really hyper, and it was like, now my house is really loud. From the beginning, it was like, I was like younger, so I was really like happy to have them here. Like, I'm not happy now, but it was just like I would play with them more when I was younger.
Like Mackenzie's at an age where she doesn't really, you know, she's all about herself right now at 15. So it's annoying if I even ask her, can you watch them for 5 seconds? She gets so put out and frustrated. She did not want us to do it. And she was like really mad. And I talked to her and I told her, you know, it's not fair. You know, they didn't ask to be brought into this life, and you know, you're lucky that you have what you have, and you have parents that love you, and you know, it's not fair to them for us to just turn them away. There was a lot of anxiety and a lot of, I don't know, they seemed really nervous all the time, and then after the adoption, you notice that all kind of started mellowing out too. It was like they were always scared of what was going to happen next. I picked them up from school and this little kid said, "Bye, Halen, is that your mom?" And she kind of looked at me and she looked at the kid and she looked back at me and she, you know, was like, "What do I do?" And I said, "Yes." You know, just say yes. You don't have to, because you could tell she wanted to, but she looked at me like, "Is it okay?" And she goes, "Yeah, that's my mom." And then you find out as they're getting older, I'm realizing more and more that's wrong. Like, they're doing better, but yet, like, as far as learning and all that, that's all coming out more. That they have a lot of learning disabilities. And you don't notice it when they're younger. Like, Anna just learned she didn't learn her colors until she was 5.5 years old, almost 6. I would go over them and over them and over them and over them, and she would not be able to name her colors. It's not like I'm in my 20s or 30s or, you know, I'm 47. So it gets like, some days you're just like exhausted with it. And it, you know, but you gotta keep understanding this is not their fault. They're not, you know, you just gotta work with them and work with them and try to make them as, you know, the most you can to make them like the best you can.